Welcome to our guide on acing your contract manager interview. Today, we're diving into key questions you might face and how to craft your responses to stand out. Let's start by exploring a question that tests your negotiation skills. Can you share an experience where you successfully negotiated more favorable contract terms for your company? This question aims to assess your negotiation skills and your ability to secure beneficial terms for your organization. Let's go over some tips to help you tackle this question effectively. Pick a specific negotiation scenario that showcases your skills. Provide context and explain the challenges you faced. Discuss the strategies you employed to achieve a positive outcome. If possible, quantify the results in terms of cost savings or other benefits. Reflect on what you learned and how it applies to future negotiations. Now, let's look at an example answer to see how you might structure your response.
In my previous role, I negotiated a contract with a vendor who initially offered us a 15% discount. By presenting a detailed analysis of our past purchasing volumes and emphasizing our commitment to a long term partnership, I convinced them to increase the discount to 25%. This negotiation resulted in an annual saving of $50,000 for our department.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Contract Manager. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Can you give an example of a time when you worked on a cross-functional team to achieve a contract-related goal? This question is designed to evaluate your ability to collaborate across different departments to reach a common goal. Here are some tips to help you frame your response. Identify a specific project where you worked with multiple departments. Clarify your role and how you contributed to achieving the goal. Emphasize the importance of communication in the team's progress. Discuss any challenges faced and how they were overcome. Conclude with the positive outcomes and insights gained from the experience. Let's explore an example answer for this question.
In my previous role, I joined a cross functional team tasked with negotiating a vendor contract. I coordinated between the legal, finance, and procurement teams to align our objectives. Effective communication was crucial, so I organized regular meetings to ensure everyone was informed. We encountered budget constraints, but by collaborating, we developed a solution that satisfied all parties, ultimately securing a contract that saved the company 15% annually.
Describe a time when you led a team through a challenging contract negotiation. This question seeks to understand your leadership capabilities in guiding a team through complex negotiations. Let's discuss some strategies for answering this question. Use the STAR method: situation, task, action, result. Focus on your leadership role within the team. Highlight the challenges faced during the negotiation. Discuss the approaches you use to overcome these challenges. Share the impact of the successful negotiation on the organization. Here's an example answer to illustrate how you might respond.
In my previous role, we had a tight deadline for negotiating a subcontract with a key supplier. I led the team by organizing meetings to clarify our position and essential needs. We worked collaboratively to communicate clearly and explore win-win options. As a result, we secured a favorable contract that saved the company 15% in costs.
If you discovered a significant risk in a contract right before it was to be signed, how would you handle it? This question is designed to evaluate your risk management skills and how you handle unexpected challenges. Here are some strategies for approaching this question. Immediately assess the nature and impact of the risk. Gather relevant stakeholders to discuss the risk. Propose solutions or alternatives to mitigate the risk. Communicate transparently with senior management. Document all discussions and decisions regarding the risk. Let's review an example. Answer to this situational question.
If I found a significant risk in a contract before signing, I would first assess how it could impact the project and gather key stakeholders to discuss our options. Then, I'd propose actionable solutions to mitigate that risk and ensure everyone is informed about the situation, documenting everything thoroughly.
You find out a contract does not comply with a new regulation. How would you address this issue? This question assesses your ability to handle compliance issues and ensure regulations are met. Here are some tips to guide you in answering this question. Identify the specific regulations that are not being met. Assess the impact of non-compliance on the project and stakeholders. Communicate the issue promptly with relevant stakeholders. Develop a plan to amend the contract or mitigate risks. Ensure ongoing compliance through regular reviews and updates. Here's an example of how you might respond to this question.
I would first review the new regulation to understand the specifics of noncompliance. Then, I'd inform my team and stakeholders about the issue and its potential impacts. After that, I would work on an amendment proposal to address the compliance issue and ensure all parties are on board with the updated terms.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free. Just grab it below.